hardest thing with learning in the backcountry is I don't know how things are going to ski. I don't know what my ski will do. I don't know how the snow will feel. If I go over a jump, I don't know how to land or if I'm capable of it.
Erin Mielzynski retired from Olympic skiing in the spring of April 2022. As her career progressed beyond ski racing, we went with Erin to Mammoth Mountain to explore beyond the gates.
I'm really excited to go around different places, and so I'm really excited to go around Mammoth and try to find lines and try to free ski and try to go up different chairs and scope things that maybe we could hit. And so for me, it's kind of exploring this mountain, having a lot of fun, and discovering more about me. My mom always used to say, go dance with the mountains, and when I raced, it felt a little bit more structured, and here it's really trying to dance with the mountains, dance down there, try to create something beautiful, but it's pretty cool to be in a new place. Yeah, I am Erin Mielzynski. I'm a 4-time Olympian in alpine skiing. I was a water skier before I was an alpine skier, and gave up that sport when I was 17 years old when I made the national team. I've stood on the World Cup podium 3 times in my career. One was World Championships, one was a win. I had a pretty normal upbringing in skiing. I kind of went through the provincial teams, went onto the development team at the World Cup level. It was an incredible experience to race in Canada and for Canada, and the cheers were so loud and red and white everywhere. And I had success quite early, so I won my first World Cup race at age 21. After that, I started having quite a bit of struggle. I struggled for quite a few years with pain and sickness and illness and things like that, and it took me a while to get through that. And I eventually did get through that and had some more success, a lot of changes in coaches, kind of taking me through those next 3 Olympics. And each Olympics was super different, really interesting, but it was an amazing 14 years on the national team.
Wait, do you want me to?
Thank you, Erin.
People asked me why I walked away if my body still said yes. But the thing is that I want to ski. I want to ski and I want to run and I want to, lift up my niece and I want to go hiking. And so it was a good time to walk away when it was on my own terms. My body is feeling as good as ever. I can ski down a hill and love it. I don't walk away from the sport because I hate it. I love it. You make a decision. You have to make a decision. Am I going to continue? You can't put as much effort and time and passion into something without making a conscious decision of choosing it every single day. But I just felt like I had been doing the same thing for so many years that it was time to change and kind of discover new passions.
That was pretty cool. I almost hit a tree though. A lot of speed.
Couple close calls?
Yeah, almost hit a tree. There's Augie. Variable snow, definitely harder than yesterday. But it's pretty cool to learn how to deal with the variable snow too, and to change your line and everything coming through. But it was a cool line. Oh! You know when you're kind of panicking and not knowing exactly where you're gonna end up, and then all of a sudden it works out and then you end up in the air and you're like, poof. Yeah, it was cool.
So what have you been up to for the past year?
Yeah, so before I announced my retirement, we bought a school bus. It's probably a midlife crisis or something. We bought a yellow school bus with stop signs, stop lights, everything on it. And we spent the whole summer converting it into a camper. And so we painted it, we took out the windows, we took out the floor, we did everything.
Finally, in January of 2022, the bus was ready and they hit the road. They spent that winter living out of the van full-time while traveling the West, expanding their backcountry skills and learning the nuances of the deeper snow.
It's really cool because I can follow my friends down the mountain and I can practice and they show me different places and they're really mentoring me and they want me to enjoy the backcountry.
Nice. At the top of a start gate, I often felt nervous because I felt like I needed to perform. Here, when you're standing at the top of something that's steep, I don't know exactly how it'll ski, exactly where I'll go, or how the snow will be. There's definitely a different type of fear, and it's kind of, sometimes makes you a bit dizzy because it's so steep below you that you kind of feel like your legs are starting to get a bit shaky, and I definitely feel my heart racing and a bit of that fight or flight, but usually it subsides as soon as I push out, as soon as I drop. And so sometimes when I'm about to drop, I'm just waiting for that moment when it'll subside a little bit.
3, 2, 1. Booyah.
I can definitely hop turn, and I've done a lot of spieces in my life, but once you add spieces into a couloir that's barely wider than your skis and it's, you know, very, very steep, it becomes a different world.
2, 1, drop.
Now we traverse out.
Skiing is my greatest love, my greatest teacher, but it's also really hard sometimes. I'm definitely hard on myself, and if we do go and ski with other people in the backcountry, I never say that I'm an Olympian. Sometimes I can step out of the car and I don't really want to go skiing, and I don't, you know, I'm not in a great mood and things are happening and I'm stressed, and then I go and I do my first run and you can't help but smile or like have a little yip or cheer for a friend, and I think that that's what it does. It brings us together.
What's next?
Where now? Trees? Cliffs? Shoots?
There's bumps, there's jumps, there's side hits, there's G'ing out. I didn't even know some of these terms before I entered a backcountry world. And it was more just to change the narrative and to give myself freedom to fail at something that I have done for 14 years and maybe freedom to not be very good at it. And it's been very humbling. But I also just keep reminding myself that things take time. And for me, I move really slowly and I learn, and then once I'm confident at something, then I'm able to do it and do it well and do it with confidence.
In another progression, Erin started the Unspoken Bravery podcast, a podcast focused on exploring the success of athletes and digging into the real stories and hardships that athletes overcome on and off the mountain.
As with everything, like as I learn the backcountry, I need to learn podcasting as well. So I need to learn how to dig deep, but make sure I stay within the realm of comfort.
Welcome back, or welcome to Unspoken Bravery. Today I am so excited for you to hear from an old teammate and friend of mine, Ellie Turwheel.
I need to get better at asking tough questions, and I try to be really respectful of their situation, what they're going through, and their feelings.
Knowing what you know now, what advice would you give to an athlete about to retire?
I would not recommend retiring how I did, which is like go somewhere where nobody knows anything about you or the sport that you do, and there's no mountains and people don't ski, and like taking yourself so out of that environment. I actually really I really struggled when I retired, because you lose all those people that you're bonded with. And then I went into like an environment where nobody understood that background in any way, shape, or form, and just kind of was like, so it was like I was speaking in a completely different language that nobody understood. Whenever I brought anything up that wasn't about construction. Yeah.
I think there is room to have deeper conversations, and there's room to go deeper and find more truth and find more beauty in all of that.
So I think that like the understanding of the need for support for people who are retiring, if that makes sense. Like it's your identity, it's your family, it's your hobby, it's your whole life in a lot of ways. And I think that hopefully the need for support and maintaining a network is getting better.
Often the conversations we have off the mic are more meaningful than with the mic in place, which I think is just normal, but I'm excited to kind of break down that barrier a little bit.
Looking back on your ski career, including last year, your life of skiing, how do you think the sport has kind of shaped you as a human?
Yeah, I don't think I would be who I am without the sport. I don't know who I would be, actually. It's hard to say that. I was quiet, I was timid. I kind of let people walk all over me. What the sport did is it gave me courage, it gave me determination, it taught me work ethic, it taught me to be proud of that work ethic and that it's not something that people can make fun of. Who you see sitting here today was shaped by skiing, and I do struggle with that identity of skiing being me, but I think what it is I don't want my identity to be my results, but for sure my identity has been wrapped up in skiing, and I think I'm okay with that. It's Erin, she's the skier. What do you do for a job? Oh, I'm a skier. Oh, what kind of skiing? Do you go to the Olympics? Did you get medals? How are your results? Would I know you? Everything relates back to skiing. And it's hard too, because I had someone ask me the other day, what am I really proud of outside of skiing? And it kind of set me back for a second, because I put everything on hold to ski. In skiing, that's such a small thing in this big, huge world. I wanted to be a daughter, a sister, a girlfriend, a friend. I don't just want to be Erin the skier. While I love skiing and it's my first and greatest love, I want to be bigger than that and more than that. I'm really lucky to have amazing friends in the skiing world and people that really understand everything. They understand the highs, they understand the lows, they understand. And so we can go out and we can ski together, and I think that that's something really special. And so it's always gonna have a place in my life, but where it takes me next, I have no idea.
It's rolling. It felt a little bit like picking my way down. I think I should have gone further skiers right. Pretty cool to do it anyways and to get used to not seeing anything. It's definitely not red, blue down there. It's tree, dead tree, live tree. Yeah, and I think that you can follow my track up. I cut hard and then kind of sent it down. I traversed I went across the traverses really smoothly, which was nice. But then I look up at it and I'm like, oh, why wasn't I there? That's where I wanted to be. But that's okay.
Oh, hey, good job.
Yeah. Woo! I'm just hoping it made it look so cool that it doesn't even matter anymore.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I felt like I might go down there, but it was really cool. Kind of the hop turn with the speed in the air. I don't know, with the snow moving around me. It's a mind movie.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I liked it. It's cool. Sweet. Good day.
Right. To the car. To the car.
To the car. To the bar.
I hope I'm able to do all these things that I say that I want to do, but the plan for next year is to go to school in Calgary for kinesiology. I hope to go into physiotherapy with an emphasis in healing through movement. I'm hopeful that I can continue working while I'm at school, doing a lot of what I'm doing, skiing a lot, doing some jobs on the side within the ski world. It's important to give back to the community for several reasons. I think, one, they gave me so much. The community, they raised me up, and it does take a village to raise an athlete, and they not only helped me financially or with gear or with support, but they were just there for me. I think it's also really important to inspire that next generation and to be not just a face behind a screen or behind an Instagram account, so that they get to see our faces, they get to come up close and personal, they get to hear the stories of success and bravery and beauty, but they also get to see more. It feels good to give back, and I think that that's a beautiful thing, that if we can give back to people and they give back to someone else, that's how the ripple of light, that's how I saw my program going. And so I hope that if I can be the light for someone else, they can be the light for someone else, and we can just bring joy and passion and freedom to as many people as possible.